Just. Warriors, welcome back to the Blanger Pod. It's been a long hiatus, but we're back. We're different now.
We're lighter. We've dropped some dead weight.
As you can see, we're without our third. I'm not going to say his name.
Voldemort. We'll call him Voldemort for
the duration of the show
until we feel like comfortable to say his name again.
Yeah, I'm scared of the name.
Well, it's not that we fear it; it's just we don't respect it.
Correct. As you can see, logo change. I did that within the hour.
Yeah. Well, there was an overwhelming sense of freedom.
But yeah, look, we're in a set now. Got new gear.
We've upgraded.
We're
on the next echelon of content creation, and that's the next step.
It is
greatness.
The next step. But yeah, a lot to look forward to.
A lot to look forward to. All the great podcasts are duos. I mean, there is extensions of that, but I think if we want to enter that elite category of content creators, it needs to be a duo. Yeah,
correct. So look, maybe it's a good thing we've dropped that third man. I mean, you know what? He dropped himself. We didn't drop him.
We wanted to bring him along with the ride, you know?
Yeah, like...
We're a team, and that's what hurts the most.
Yeah, I know.
He said he was too busy. How are you too busy for this?
How are you too busy?
You're spending half an hour chatting to your mate.
In fact, can you just call someone?
Hey, Voldemort.
Timmy, you're live on the show, mate. What are your thoughts? What are your...
Just happy to be included here. How's it been going?
That's enough.
Yeah, no, hang up.
That's enough. Anyway.
Thanks, that was Timmy, everybody.
Timmy. Blanger Boys no more. We're done with the Blanger Boys.
No. So what I see is that we are the Blanger Boys, but we're just Blanger now.
Yeah. It's just like in Social Network where Justin Timberlake's character, instead of saying the Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
It's so much slicker.
Yeah, like, you know. And then again, it puts us in the same echelon as Drake. Madonna. Coldplay.
Nike. Adidas.
Adidas.
All Day I Dream About Sport or Addy and Dazzler. Those are one of the great debates.
It is one of the great debates.
It's Addy and Dazzler.
The thing, you know, and there might be some debate with the viewership and the listenership on the dropping of the boys. I think as well it opens us up like...
Inclusivity, which we're all about?
Yeah, correct. It actually opens us up in the inclusivity space because, you know, we are boys, but I don't want people to automatically assume that maybe.
It's just a bro space. No.
It's everyone's space. And, you know, and we brought, I mean, the Blangernettes have been there. They've been there since day one.
Some of our biggest supporters are Blangernettes.
Yeah, the 7% audience.
They are.
And look, I think we're making serious move to bump those numbers up with this new name change. Yeah,
You're also controversially wearing jorts.
No, the jorts aren't controversial.
They aren't.
No, the jorts are a beast. That's been housed within me for quite some time now, and I've only recently let it out.
I've always been a jorts hater until I actually got given a pair.
The thing that I like about the jorts is that they're extremely practical.
In what sense?
Look how many pockets this thing has.
What are you going to use the pockets for? It's like people who wear cargo pants.
I wear cargo pants as well.
And they got about 10 pockets. What do you need the pockets for?
You know, you go for a trip on a plane. You don't even need to bring a bag.
You're not wearing cargo shorts on a plane, though.
Yeah, I did. I wore cargo shorts to Sydney. And you know what,
cargo shorts or the shorts?
The green cargo shorts that I've got.
The shorts?
The shorts. Not cargo pants, not long cargo pants.
What do you put in all your... See, that's why
I
think it's...
Okay, so on Jetstar, they had like a 7.5 kilo limit. I just started taking stuff out of my bag and just loading it into the cargo shorts. Put it on the scales.
Why? 'Cause you're
bang,
too heavy.
7.4.
What type of stuff are you taking out?
I was taking out belts. I put my entire toiletries bag in this pocket.
And what, you're sitting on the plane with your toiletries bag in your cargo pocket?
No. You get through the gate, bang, put it straight back in. And I'm the wiser.
Get through the gate? What do you mean?
Because, you know, you go through customs, you put your bag on the conveyor belt, right? Goes through, Bob's your uncle. You get to the gate at Jetstar. They're stingy bastards at Jetstar.
Are you not putting it into the baggage check at the start?
No, this is carry-on, Jed.
So your carry-on's too heavy?
My carry-on was too heavy.
When do they weigh your carry-on?
They do it at the gate. If they think it's too big, they go, hey, buddy, come over here.
How much are you bringing to your carry-on?
Well, enough for a long weekend.
Well, haven't you got a bag for that? You not bring a bag?
I brought the bag. Jed, have you never used carry-on before?
Yeah, but you put a bag through baggage check, and then you carry on, which is just stuff you need for the plane.
You can bring stuff for your stay that's not on the carrier.
But how can you not fit it into your bag?
Jed, I didn't have a bag.
Oh, you didn't have a bag at all?
I was just doing carry-on.
Okay, well, that makes a lot more sense, doesn't it?
You know, I don't always rep in the members, but I go GA when I'm flying.
Yeah, well, we all do.
Yeah, we all do.
There's a whole lot of rugby league to talk about, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The Broncos look set for the next premiership, touch wood. Paddy looks faster than ever. He's looking fitter than ever, if I'm going to be honest.
Kid needs a haircut, though.
Maybe at the Slack Shack.
Yeah, he could come to the Slack Shack.
I mean, I see him. Actually, he was on the Instagram with a bit of a haircut recently, going to his local place.
Yeah, because he, Walshy was saying, not that I know him personally, not a close personal friend of the show, Reece Walsh, but he was saying that...
But he could always come on and that could change.
Yeah, 100%.
Or she could fit in the middle. Right now we got Paddy here in the middle.
Yeah,
as
Paddy.
always. He's always with us. Reach out, Paddy.
Yeah, please reach out. Paddy, we went to Terrace.
What do you reckon Madge has got him on a podcasting ban, or what do you reckon the go is there?
Look, I think Madge obviously runs a pretty tight ship. He doesn't like the social media stuff. He doesn't like the media.
Shirts on.
Yeah, shirts on rugby league.
Which isn't great for the brand of rugby league at the Broncos.
No, because they're pushing out a big pretty boy persona. Like and that's half their ethos.
But it's an asset. It's an asset that they got Jordan Riki, Paddy Carrigan, and Reece Walsh. That just brings bums on seats.
It is bums on seats.
Fans captain runs, which is actually controversial because Madge has banned fans the captain's run.
Really?
I'm not sure if you've seen that because it used to be a big thing where all the members would come down, they'd sign shirts.
And have a look at how the boys are shaping up.
And they'd always look sharp. And also, I think it's good to get the crowd around there because it's nothing but support, but it brings the atmosphere of pressure and needing to perform. Because if you're not, you got to be sharp in front of the members on captain's run, just as sharp as you are.
And they're also your biggest critics as well.
Well, yeah, they're quick to turn, but that's why you love them. That's why you love the Broncos. That's why you love rugby league. It's a great game.
No, it is. It's what they play in heaven.
It's what they play in heaven.
You know what they drink in heaven? Parts.
Water. Parts. And that actually is a great segue to our our first sponsor of the show we've brought on, and we really appreciate them.
Well, we can't say they've already sponsored us.
Well, there's big things in the works. Let's just say
there's big things going on behind the scenes. We're working at them. If you're a regular listener of the show, you'll know that we love poets.
Yeah, we're a fan of the poet.
We read them, we write them,
we drink them.
Usually poets. Hey, and Jed, what rhymes with? If you remember, what rhymes with Friday?
Poets.
What rhymes with Saturday?
Poets. Yeah.
And Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Poets. Because they have been approved by some big names in the sporting world.
Some governors of the game.
Governors of the game. We won't mention who, but it's definitely got the tick of approval.
Yeah, correct.
By some big people in powerful places.
Very powerful places.
That approved the poet.
Yeah, approved the poet. Yeah.
Who won't, though? It's a great lager. It's real crisp.
Yeah, very crisp.
Available at most BWSs and wherever you get your alcohol.
Yeah. But yeah, look, we're trying to get them on board to sponsor the show. But yeah, stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for the merch as well. Merch is coming soon.
So, obviously, we're filming this on a Friday. Last night, Penrith played. How crazy is it that they've gone 1-4?
It's good, hateful viewing, I think.
It is great to see that team lose. Like, I'm just thinking back 2023, that last 20 minutes. Still haven't been able to rewatch it, but it gives me solace that they're on their way down.
Oh, my gosh.
On the way up again.
Are they knocking on the spoon?
Well, that's what I was discussing earlier. If they weren't if they weren't Penrith Panthers and they didn't have Nathan Cleary, they'd be like, oh, well, they're horrible with the Eels. Like, they're one of the worst teams to comp. But because they're the Penrith, everyone knows when they're going to bounce back, they're going to be a top 4 side. But, I mean, each week they're just going further into the hole. Like, they lost to the Dolphins.
Dolphins suck.
How many games have the Dolphins? Is that their second win?
Yeah.
Like they came off the grand final last week. They're obviously that theory. If you play a grand final the week before, you can't back it up. No. Like what the Dragons did. They beat the Storm, but then they can't back it up against the Eels.
No. Oh, it's ridiculous. So technically the Eels are better than the Storm. You see that?
Yeah, well, it works, doesn't it?
It sure does. I mean, it's been a weird season. A lot of regular rugby league viewers will agree that it's been Interesting season for tipping. There's a lot of value to be found, though.
Yeah.
A heap of value to be found.
What does Gus Gould say? After 5 rounds, every team's won one, every team's lost one.
Yep.
Even though the Bulldogs haven't, but they're on their bye. It's round 6, but
Gee, the doggies
they're
are
just
red.
the Penrith Panthers.
The doggies are
2.0.
red hot.
The doggies are, but they're not an entertaining side to watch, which is a shame.
They're entertaining when Birdo's playing, but he's out at the moment.
Yeah, and Billy Kicks, but Billy Kicks is always missing because he's always got a niggle or something going on.
Yeah, I miss his hair.
Yeah. Oh, true. I saw in the in the crowd he got rid of the bleach.
Yeah.
Such a shame.
Yeah, I know the kid's. He's obviously maturing.
Lost the aura.
I mean, I'm sure. Hopefully, he's maturing in his rugby league and his personal life. Because you have a stable house at home. You got a stable life. You're mature.
Do you reckon that's shown through the haircut?
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
that's a haircut thing.
It's a haircut thing. It reflects on the league field. Like you see on the holidays. Couple of the boys, it's like, on the school holidays, hey, you want to come over, get a mullet. Okay? Yeah. So cool, like being so rebellious. But now, it's time to grow up.
That's what I actually think that's shown in Walsh's haircut right now because he's still got the same haircut. What I've paid attention to is it used to be longer and a bit more like puffy, a bit more flow.
Yeah.
But, just how Mad just stripped down his roll, like he just needs to defensively get it sound. He's stripped down his haircut. I reckon he's cut it down from like maybe a 5 blade to a 2.
Yeah,
and he's
correct.
just how his game is simplified.
It's showing
in the haircut.
It's showing his maturity progression. I think
it is.
And look, and like as I said, and in rugby league as well, like the haircut it's what brings in the numbers. Bumps on seats, as we said before.
Because also Jai Arrow's been famous for a few haircuts, and guess what? He's now a dad. Congrats to Jai, and guess what his haircut is? It's a nice schoolboy cut.
See, this is what
I'm
saying.
Nice schoolboy cut.
It's a maturity thing. How's Jai playing at the moment?
Jai's playing great.
There you go.
Wayne's just got some touch. I don't know how Wayne does it. I do not know how Wayne does it. He comes into a side that always got, good, a good, I'd say,
base.
Backbone. They got a good backbone, but they always can deliver to another level. Like, I'm not sure how.
How does he do it?
Like, if they only lost 1 or 2 games, they lost against the Sharks. The Sharks are one of those sides where if you just catch them on days, you're just one of the most unlucky sides in rugby league. When they actually try, they're so good.
Yeah, I was going to say if you get them at the Shire, it's always trouble.
Shire around 3 o'clock on a Sunday or
oh my god,
2 o'clock on a Saturday.
It's a graveyard for a touring team.
And if they're playing a primetime game, they can't step up under the big lights.
Nah.
Like I've never seen Nico play well at Suncorp.
I've never seen the kid play well. Full stop. He's got glimpses.
No, in his Dally M year and like the year after, like the first half of the season was well, but I'm not sure. Mentally, he's just shot. The poor guy.
I don't know what's happened.
He needs to break from the game, I reckon.
Yeah, like Maxi. Remember when Glenn Maxwell stepped away?
Yeah, and guess what? He came back and against was it Pakistan or Sri Lanka?
Oh no, when he did that massive knock.
Yeah, that
was against Afghanistan, where the man single-handedly won it.
Yeah, with no footwork.
I was seeing on the Grade Cricketer a few months ago. He rewatches that.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't
you? Imagine though, that's just insane. It doesn't get the respect it deserves. Like I know everyone talks about it, but just the magnitude. Like we were going to be out of that World Cup if we lost that game
against Afghanistan. How embarrassing!
I know.
People forget that. Like if it wasn't for Maxi, we would have just been. We would have been a bloody Eddie Jones laughing stock.
Yeah, well, we all hate Eddie, and thank God he's gone. You see, Noah Lelicero is signing. He's leaving for Japan.
Yeah, good on him.
Yeah, well, he said, and I feel for him because he said it's because he can't go through another coaching cycle. Because he's been under 3 or 4 coaches in his years at the Wallabies.
Yeah,
and one coach is the favourite, next coach is not even considered. It's the poor fella.
Yeah, I know. I think he's terrible.
Well,
hopefully he finds himself over there in Japan. It's a lifestyle thing. You eat clean food, you live a clean lifestyle.
You can see by the 7-Elevens over there. The 7-Elevens are top notch.
I recently just got back from Japan.
How was it, Xavier?
It's a beautiful place, beautiful people.
Do you recommend it?
I would recommend it.
I say they're polite.
They're very polite. They're lovely people. It's a lovely place. And the snow was pumping. Japao, oh god.
Japao.
That's what the that's what those in the shred game call it.
You said you you can only snow powder from now on, though.
Yeah.
After you came back.
Yeah, no, like you won't find me at Threadbow or Perisher.
Well, not enough powder for you.
Not enough power for me.
You're a power guy.
I'm a power guy.
You got to be a guy at something.
Yeah.
If you don't stand for anything, you stand for nothing.
No, correct. Correct.
You stand for powder.
Yeah, power.
Pub of the week this week is the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah. Well done, Newy.
Well done, Newy. You know, since my time at Jeeps, it's really come into its own.
It has.
Just
It's a great spot.
The appreciation from those boys down there is next level. I love it.
First criteria we usually go by is atmosphere. So, Jed, how would you describe the general atmos?
The sphere is next level. I'm a big... Because they got the big TVs, and then the quick service as well. You know, I'm not a big fan of the restaurant area. I kind of stay away from there. Not enough TV action.
I don't linger much in the restaurant area either.
But if you come through, even to the second level, we got the TVs.
And the sports bar. Yeah, it's huge, dude.
Upstairs, it's like a second place, because it's got so much more room, and yet it's always quiet if you get there early enough.
It is.
And the people you run into there, I ran into our friend Charlie Tracy.
Oh, yeah.
Big fan of Chuck.
Yeah, big fan of Chuck. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, he is. And also, just that crew was all down there. It just shows the people that the Newy attracts are just some of the best in Brisbane.
One thing I wanted to add is I think it's a huge Friday night venue rather than a Saturday main event. It doesn't really cater for the main event, but it makes your Friday a main event, if that makes sense.
That's so well said. I agree.
Because I feel like you get a lot of knockoff beers at the Newy.
Like
I see a lot of work shirts there, a lot of RMs, a lot of chinos.
Do you reckon?
Especially on a Friday.
It is big on a Friday.
Like before I did my knee, which we'll get into.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
We were privy to a Friday afternoon / Friday evening, like go there, have a steak, have a palmy, have a few.
There's something about the palmies though, because they're not the basic ones. They have a few herbs and spices.
It's like your Italian herbs and spices from Subway.
Yeah, of the palmy.
Of the Parmigiana.
Because you think on Newmarket there's going to be a stock standard palmy. No. Like exotic. It's
exotic. Yeah, I mean exotic is a word that jumps to mind. Next thing I wanted
Stupendous.
Stupendous. Well, yeah, I guess. Next criteria, the beers on tap. I think they've got a pretty good range.
$15 Super Crisps.
Yeah, and they've got the mega
Jugs.
the mega jug. The 24. It's $24
for
the mega jug.
Yeah,
of Super Crisp Northern, which I don't really delve into too much. I don't like the Super Crisp Northern.
No, but I was a wise man said to me, "You'll drink the Super Crisp for $15 a jug to sacrifice you'll make."
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, the $15," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not a big Super Crisp guy." It's like you'll make the sacrifice, and it is one of the wiser words I've been said in recent history.
Correct. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not a huge MIDI guy. I think you're like one thing you're sacrificing how heavy your drink is, and two, you're sacrificing taste. There are very little positives to it, unless you want to have a quiet night. But then just don't have as many beers. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I'm picking up what you're putting down. That makes sense.
Yeah. Give us the rundown, just generally.
Yeah, I'm 224 ranked in the world out of 160,000.
Wow.
I'm considering myself to be quite the astute rugby league mind these days. I consider I connected with Cronk on LinkedIn, just to astute rugby league minds.
Yeah.
He hasn't accepted my request, but I've reached out.
You've got to plant the seed.
I just reached out. Friend of the show, Luke Ryan, I also connected with him on, and it was a success.
Oh,
so I
successfully connected on LinkedIn. What's his profile like?
Oh, he's like because I think he's a finance bro. I'm pretty sure he's a finance bro in some capacity, like some sort of salesman.
Oh, okay, it's good that you can find a life after rugby league.
Yeah, and Cooper's always been bigger than the game. He's been behind it, in front of it. He's big about his eyes up footy, seeing where the space is and attacking it. And I think he's taken that to his life after footy.
Obviously, he's seen there's a gap in the financial space, and he's filled that.
Yeah, because I think if Cooper Cronk came to me trying to sell me something, I wouldn't even see what he's selling, but just so I can keep close with the kid, I'd be saying yes.
Yeah.
I think he's some type of salesman. Anyway, I've reached out. Reach out, Cooper. We'll get you on. Get you on here.
Yeah,
Some
we'll
astute
get you
rugby
on.
league minds of the super coaching world and the playing world.
Yeah,
Just
correct.
Worlds collide. Because how about your Cowboys?
Oh, the Cowboys are back in such a big way.
Talk me through it. What's Toddy Patton done turning it around?
So, look, start of the season, look, a couple early losses, yeah?
Yeah.
And, we're okay with that because the Cowboys are an underdog side.
Well, you always have been backs against the wall. You only do your best work when you're backs against the wall.
Tough.
Fight out of there.
And, fans and onlookers alike were saying, what was Toddy doing to these boys in pre-season?
What, we're not fit enough, you reckon?
They don't look fit. They don't look ready. The boys look scrambled.
Their forward pack, they're missing a big fella. Like Jason Tamalolo can't be a big fella
He barely
anymore.
plays.
He barely plays.
Because we had Leilua.
And you're missing strike in your backline as well. Like Purdue can't be a strike player yet. I know he's a gun, but he's no Valentine Holmes.
And look, I think in terms of what happened in those early rounds, Duffy is the future of the club. There's no doubt about it. All right, he's a young talent. He's really good.
How
right?
young? How young is he, this kid?
I think he's about 20, 21.
Yeah, that's young.
He's young.
Especially in halfback lives.
Halfback lives.
The halfback life is so much longer than any other life.
Because you can get protected in the halves.
Yeah, it's just like quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
How old is Daly Cherry Evans?
36. So Tom Duffy, he needed to be blooded in some respect, but you don't blood anyone in March.
No.
You don't blood them in March. Blood them in April.
If you're winning them early, you're not winning them late.
No.
That's what they say.
Exactly.
Same thing goes for blooding.
Yeah. So, look, we put him in, and Jakey Clifford had done a good job last year. He did all right. Like, Chad...
He played a role.
He did. And
Chad Townsend.
Chad, I feel bad for Chad.
Like, I remember you complaining about him last year. I was like, he does his job, though. He kicks well,
no, he
pins him
doesn't.
in corners, but for the Roosters this year... I think Robo's done a great job of showing just how bad Chad is.
Yeah. And Chad played well against Penrith. He actually had a blinder.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. You don't want a hot and cold player. Jakey Clifford hones in. He plays well every game.
His ceiling isn't as big, but his floor is lower. His floor is higher, sorry. So it's like he'll consistently give you 7.5s.
Yeah.
But Chad won't.
No.
Tuffy won't.
Chad will give you a 7 or a 2.
I know. But even in that Penrith game, I think he played so well because he touched the ball so little times.
Yeah.
And he didn't do any of those kicks where he just kicks it out.
Yeah, no, that was...
They're not a very good strategy, the ones where you get it and you just kick it out in the full. I'm not sure why Chad does it.
Yeah, what goes through his head when he thinks, all right, my team's in a good attacking position here, let's
we're
kick
on
it
the 40,
out.
let's kick it out in the full, turn the ball over right here. Doesn't make much sense, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Same with like those 40-20s where he doesn't make it go 10. It gives him a tap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why are you giving him a tap? Why don't you just kick it past the 10-metre line?
Yeah, no, I got no idea. Look, he's got stuff going on. He's got a big social media presence.
I actually don't mind his podcast. He breaks down plays and he's very analytical because he is a rugby league 7. He's a premiership winning 7, so you can't disrespect him. How many premiership winning 7s are still at?
Who did he win with? The Sharks?
Yeah, under
Gal,
but who's the coach? The one who coached the Dragons right now, the angry one, Shane Flanagan. Jeez, you wouldn't want to be one of his players. Yeah, we're big members, guys.
I don't even like. I can't even remember going to the G. I don't like going with the other half.
I don't like to sound like I'm different from them all, but I can't remember if I've been in general admission. I'm not sure if that's where
I can't remember the last time I was in general admission.
I don't want to sound like it's just. I don't know. It's just not my place.
No.
I think it's appreciate to know where your place is.
Yeah, and mine's not in general admission.
Yours is not. You're a members guy.
I'm a members guy. I think the beers taste better in members too.
Do you reckon they're colder?
No, they're much colder.
Because we know famously people don't like cold beer.
Yeah,
some people can't handle it.
Some people are very scared of cold beer. And
it's too cold that they literally can't swallow it.
They literally can't swallow it. And I think it's just a good problem to have.
It's not a bad problem to have. Beer that's cold is never too.
No.
Never bad.
Oh, yuck, this beer's too cold.
Yeah. Friend of the show, Tommy
Friend-
Rollins. Can't handle the cold beer.
See you, Tommy. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, but straight. And congratulations to the kid.
Yeah,
He's
good on
playing
you,
for the
Tommy.
Wallabies under 20s this weekend. I want to be the first to say congratulations.
I saw it pretty early.
No, well, we got an eye for talent. I think that's something we've got to admit to ourselves.
Yeah.
We know when someone's got it, and Tom's on the way. I don't want to say he's got it.
He's not there yet.
He's not there. There's a long way to go.
He's got a lot to do. And look, I think I've said a couple of things to him that maybe have excelled. I think you're probably in the same boat that we've
challenged him.
We've challenged him. We've definitely shown him what the path looks like. We've kind of mapped it out for him.
We've said if you want to go to that next level, it's not just playing better on the weekend. It's a lifestyle change. It's what you eat. It's how you train.
Yeah.
It's how you recover.
Yep.
It's how you rest. Recovery and rest, two separate things, okay?
Two
separate things.
Correct. And as soon as, one learns that,
and they
you
start
start
getting rid
performing
of those distractions.
Those distractions, you start performing on and off the field.
Something clicks.
Yeah.
Something clicks.
Something clicks.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. We hit our flow. We'll get better, as you could tell by this podcast. Straps we progress. We'll be back weekly. Paddy Carrigan, reach out whenever you're free. We'll set up a call.
Everyone, thanks for watching. It's been a great week. There's going to be so much more to come. So, yeah, G up.
We'll hit Flow State later.
Yeah, we will. Thanks, Paddy. Thanks for dropping in, bro.
Okay, we'll catch you later.
See you later, guys.
Bye.